Hello once again YouTube, Chris and I here bringing you some StarMade station reviews, and today we are taking a look at Nova by Worms. So, this is a cathedral in space, and I have to say it's one of the most interesting builds that I've seen among the contest submissions. Quite a massive station as well, and it might even extend further than the defined boundaries that we were set for the station rules. I have no idea. Maybe we'll find out, maybe we won't. But anyway, this is one hell of a build. There's archways, there's bright lit areas. It's all very gray and plain. It's not too much of an issue, but I definitely would like to see some more variance in the hull color. The only colors elsewhere on the exterior that we're seeing are from lights. Stained glass would definitely help, although I'm not sure how well that would be executed, and certainly how well it could have been executed back then when there might not even have been different colors of glass. I'm not sure. I cannot remember. We have some nice details back here. Look at that. That looks certainly like a very large power structure of some sort. Of course, we have this crazy ring thing, which I must say should certainly be wedged, especially if we're going for a rounder object, right? Or a curved object, of course. We have some exposed systems, and that's something you should be cautious about, because if you overdo it, it looks a bit noob cubish. Now, there are, of course, details covering the entirety of this structure, but still, anywhere you see that makes it quite obvious that, you know, you didn't pay much attention to those things, and you want it to seem like you gave attention to everything, including where your systems are displayed, if you display them at all. And I will admit that it does not look entirely finished, but it may just be. It may be that the player did not want to go through wedging certain areas to give it a certain blocky look, almost like a cathedral would look if it was made out of bricks in space. This area for certain does not feel finished. It does look a little too open and unfinished for you know, what other areas are displaying in terms of how well they are wedged and whatnot. It's definitely interesting, and I definitely love the concept. I just think it needs to be updated and potentially finished if it wasn't already. We're gonna really quickly see if we can get in here and fly around. We've got some sort of docking areas with blue lights over there. That's interesting. Is that a door in the back? I guess it is. I guess there's a doorway over there. Alright, so let's see how far we can make it. Let's see if we can make it all the way to the other end where that crazy power reactor thing is. We're going to float our way all the way down. Maybe a little bit faster. Now this is what I'm talking about. This feels a little weird, because you're going from a hallway that was made out of hull to a hallway made entirely almost out of power. And that's something to think about. The pattern, or the texture, is cool. It looks neat, but if you repeat it too often, gets a bit tiring and it gets a bit too busy, so you gotta take that into consideration. Now this right here, that looks crazy awesome. Lots of layers, and it definitely looks like some sort of structure for that power beam that's going beyond on the other side through the middle. Pretty cool. I think that leads out to the outside, so we won't go that way. We're going to continue down the length of the station. Very bright. I feel like this is something that I would find in some sort of crazy anime, which is neat. Again, gotta be careful with how you display your systems. Just throwing them around like that is not entirely the best idea, depending on how you want things to be viewed. It looks like... oh wow, yeah, look, you can sit down and have a lecture from your local space priest or whatever. I don't know how you get down here, so I probably should have figured that out. It's also a bit blindingly bright, I will admit. Maybe that's just a change due to the evolution of the game, and those lights may have been necessary back then, but they certainly are not now. Wow, this is a big room. This is what makes me think it's not finished, because a room like this should certainly have something in it. The only thing I'm seeing is some exposed ceiling from the room above, and a hallway that may not lead anywhere, and I don't really feel like floating all the way down there just to turn around, so we'll check it out in build mode after. There's gravity. Should we activate gravity? I suppose so. I think we can continue. Oh, okay, this is dangerous. I almost fell off. That would not have been good, because I had just activated gravity. So, I don't know if this is finished, if you're supposed to just exit out into space, or if it's supposed to be some sort of pathway through this very lit ring structure tunnel thing that goes down to this power thing at the end. But that looks like it, so I am going to jump back into my spaceship, go into build mode, and kind of fly around a bit. It looks like we have a place for a turret here. Interesting. I believe this is one of the stations that is currently in the game that made it and won the station contest. That's interesting. Alright. Let's see what's at the end of this hallway, right? Maybe nothing. Does look like a door, though. That's interesting. Oh, okay. So there's a door that leads down here, and this door also leads to a window at the end, which you can open up. I like that. That's pretty cool. There's, ooh, a lot of tall structures here. Definitely a cathedral, if I've ever seen one. And the fact that it's in space means we can make it a little bit more grandiose than an average cathedral, right? So that's pretty cool. I would love to see this thing finished. I love the concept. It's amazing. Really cool idea. I don't think I really missed anything. I will real quick check to make sure of this. In terms of how it looks as an abandoned station, definitely I love the concept. I definitely think it needs to be executed a little bit more cleanly. Finish it up. Make sure that everything is the way it's supposed to be. Definitely throw in some more colors. So, execution as an abandoned station, 7 out of 10. But interior and exterior details, I'm going to give a 5 or 6 out of 10. You know, it's getting there, but there's so much space and so much to do and so much to look at that it definitely needs to have a lot of attention given to it before it's considered done in my book. But that was certainly one hell of a structure. And actually, real quick, let's figure out if there's anything going on up in these areas, which I did not get a chance to visit. It looks like there might have been. There's some windows. Oh yeah, and there's all sorts of stuff up here that you just can't even access, I don't think. I mean, there's gravity, so that you can fly up here, but you might want to think about just making it an elevator, or even with gravity. It certainly looks like there was a lot more planned for this, so it's very interesting. Anyway, that's all I have to say about this. That was Nova by Worms, the Nova Station. Pretty freaking sweet. I love how towering and magnificent it is, and I definitely would like to see an updated version of Nova, or Worms has it, not Nova. Worms. So thank you for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more. Leave your feedback down below, and I will see you all next time.